Hey, hey, allihopa! Welcome to the Swedish Forest 2022. It's end of July and it's time to look for the first chanterelles.
Okay, so it's obvious that someone was here, and it's obvious that it wasn't a person, because there are a lot of signs, like signs from hooves, and probably some deers and moose. So I don't even know if I should go that way, if there is anything left for me.
Meanwhile, just look at these cute slugs who are protecting their future babies.
Yeah, you walk, and you find a bone, and you're like, oh, wild animals, don't forget.
No mushrooms yet, but stone bramble.
Okay, so I walked, and I came across red currant, wild red currant. So beautiful. Okay, found another berry. Don't even know what is it. It reminds me of currant, but not the berries, like the leaves a little bit. So it's interesting. What could it be?
While standing and looking at the berries around, I heard some kind of weird noise in the bush and I froze. And this little creature showed up. So badgers, it turned out they cannot really see well, and I was really scared of doing any movements because I wanted to capture him like on the video, but I was also scared that what if he will attack me because I know they can attack cats and kill them easily.
Hello.
And eventually we found some of the chanterelles, some of the mushrooms, but they were so hidden under the moss and some grass, so it wasn't very easy to find them, and it was very easy to step on them and crash them. So be careful when you're in Swedish forest.
My light at the end of the tunnel. There are always those electric fences around, and it is so difficult to get out of the woods. Oh. Hey guys, it's Ina, and today I went to the forest and I picked up some chanterelles. And actually, these are not all of them that I picked up. I picked up about 700 grams. I already packed a bag here with big ones, and maybe I will add a couple of big from this basket into the bag before I will freeze them. I also have a little bit smaller bag, like actually it's the same size, but just here I have fewer chanterelles and they are a little bit smaller size, but they're still pretty big. So I use Ziploc bags. They are on sale now at ÖoB in Sweden. 3 boxes, 3 liters each. I think they're 33 kronor. If you buy smaller size, like maybe they had like 2 liters or 1 liter, you can buy like 4 or 5 for the same price. So I picked the bigger ones. So today for cleaning the chanterelles, I will need a knife to cut the bottom and 2 brushes. So ideal one will be like a brush with soft fur, and I don't really have one. I have one for baking, silicone brush, and another one is kind of just plasticish. No idea. It's pretty hard, and I don't like both of them, like either of them, but I don't have anything else. So let's have a look. What do we have? And also I picked up some I don't know the name of this berry. In Swedish it is stenbar, and in Russian it is kastinika. So I picked all of them in this bucket that is actually a foldable bucket. Oh, okay, so basically you can fold it up and down, and yep, so it's very nice, so your mushrooms won't get smashy and you don't need to be scared that the bag will tear or anything. Okay, so we take the chanterelle and be careful. You can see there are some bugs, so you can simply just blow on them to get rid of some of the dirt. And here is the stem, and the bottom we can just cut this part so it will be just clean cut there. After that, we'll take a brush and we just brush all of the dust over. So I like to do it over the bucket that I picked them up, where I collected all of my mushrooms. Why? Because I believe there could be some spores, and later we will mix all of those parts of the old mushrooms and also the bottoms and possible spores, and we will mix with water and we will spray like around the yard and just pray that they will grow at home. So this one is another one. See, so this bottom part with earth, with ground, we have to cut it. And chanterelles, they have nice white cut, and if you smell them, they have a nice fresh smell. Like imagine of any, I'll call it stuff you use in the toilet, like air freshener. Oh, this is the word. And let's say kind of neutral fresh, so something like this. Maybe a little bit fruity, but when you smell it, it's just like so nice, pleasant, and you basically think of a forest. So sometimes between the lines here, there could be some black spots, and it's difficult to get them out with a brush, so I use like this tiny knife to scrape them out. Sometimes like it takes time. So the first time when I picked chanterelles, I just picked them and I put them in the bucket, and it was okay. But let me see if I will find, oh, like maybe like this one. Yeah, I just picked it up and I didn't cut. Oh, someone is crawling on me. And I didn't cut the bottom part, and all of this dirt, when you have many mushrooms with the dirt, it will fall under the hat, and later it will take you much more time to, little bug, to clean everything. So basically it's better to cut them in the forest. So if you wouldn't cut it, you can store your mushrooms in the fridge a little bit longer before you're going to cook them, or like freeze like I do. And if you cut, you'd better clean them the same day. So yep, today I decided to cut, and most of my mushrooms that I already checked here or that are in the basket already cut the bottoms, but still some I missed. Okay, so I have also collected some berries today, because originally I went to the forest with mushrooms, but I couldn't find anything, so I was like, okay, in this case I'm going for berries. And I I picked a lot of berry that I'm not sure the name in English. In Swedish it is stenbar, and in Russian kastinika. It looks a little bit like red currant, so if you look at the berries themselves, they're round, nice. If you see something mushy, it's a little bit of wild strawberries that I also picked up today. Wild strawberries. But this stenbar or kastinika, just round pieces, round berries. Originally they are not round. They grow kind of in a flower like this, and they are the relatives of raspberry, and the taste they don't taste like raspberry, so they don't have any particular smell, they don't have any particular flavor, just sour berry. Like, you can eat it, it will not kill you, the sourness, but you don't want to eat much, because there's a tiny oil. So here I have actually more ripe one. This is also kind of grows in a cluster like this, the flower. But when you pick them up, they fall apart. So let's see, how much do I have? Originally, I started picking up in the plastic container, but later found some red currant, so I decided to move red currant to the container because there is less and there is more of this. Pow, stop it. So let's see. I picked up 713 grams. So basically it's a jar of jam. So also maybe with some sugar, maybe 2 small jars. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it. Maybe fruit leather, maybe jam, maybe just freeze. I have no idea. I'll have to think about it, but first I have to clean. And also I need to do the mushroom spread.
And of course I couldn't let you without a recipe. We need sour cream, onion, garlic, some chanterelles, potatoes, and some meat. I have pork. So first of all, of course, we have to wash our potatoes, and I'm going to boil them in the rice cooker. Some oil in the pan, frying some meat, adding salt, pepper, any other spices by your flavor, by your taste. Later, a bit of soy sauce. We can put the lid on, lower the heat, and after a while the meat will be ready. So now it's time to chop the onions, and don't forget about the garlic. It gives a unique, peculiar taste. So all of this green stuff put in the pan, the same pan, we didn't clean it, added a little bit of butter and our favorite chanterelles. Let them simmer and we add salt, pepper, sour cream, 3 tablespoons. I think it's a little bit not enough, so 1 more. And let it simmer. Also, you can add some fresh herbs and voila! Don't forget that all of the food tastes much more delicious outdoors. If you recognize any plants or mushrooms in the video, please write down in the comments their names and we can have a discussion on that. Help me to identify all of them. Thanks a lot. I love you much. And please don't forget to put your likes, subscribe to the channel, and thanks for supporting me. Love you all.